where we help you to market even better. So I had some PowerPoint slides ready and have had a bit of technical difficulty getting those up, as well as Zoom. So everything is decided to go kaput today. So it is just me, and as you can see, not everything is going as planned. However, half the job is just showing up and doing something. So I'm here. I'm going to do the best that I can to be able to just swap this camera around so you can actually see me properly. Going to do the best that I can to do this presentation off the cuff with no prompts. So we are flying completely. There's nothing to support it today. However, what I wanted to touch on is really the sales calls and reiterating how important the numbers are for your success. In the reason I'm going on about sales calls today is because today is Tuesday and it's all about phone calls and meetings. Getting those phone calls done, as well as getting some meetings set up. You're going to get a marketing pulse coming through around 10 a.m. just to give you some inspiration for that. However, it is about getting that message out, trying to connect with as many customers as you can. If you can't do it, find someone else within your business to support you to do that. It is one of those things that I believe is important to do on a regular basis, just to keep your ear to the ground with what your customers need. Even if you don't make any sales, you're going to learn a lot from that process. So why are, when you are doing sales calls, why are having the numbers, recording the numbers, having those metrics important? It's important mainly due to the fact that you want to measure what you're doing. You want to measure how well you are doing on the calls, as well as provide you some stats in making improvements each time you make those calls. So, you can improve your sales strategy, enhance that understanding of how your customers are doing, as well as be more productive in making those calls. So if you can jot down a few things in terms of how long you're making the calls for, each of those calls, how long is each call lasting, how much of a conversion you're getting in terms of leads, people open to sharing their information, people open to giving their email addresses, phone numbers, recording those details down, as well as feedback on the calls. If the customers are, if you're getting a lot of hang-ups, perhaps you need to change the way you approach that call. Perhaps you need to think through the call script that you are making. If you don't have a call script, I did do a whole series. I sat down and we did about 10 videos on that, demystifying the sales call process. So really go back and apply those, those techniques, as well as the call script that I created as a Google Doc, which you can download and start to apply. If you can't find any of those things, come and have a chat. Reach out to myself or my team. You can email contact@cindogmedia.com, or you can simply send a SMS. Give me a phone call on 0426 794 189. Or you can simply go to our website, cindogmedia.com, and send me a message there, and I will get it on my mobile phone. It's as simple as that, and then give you some support on getting that call script set up. We did the call script template that we had was a Google Doc. You can just basically download it and adapt it to your business and products. So it was quite a comprehensive call script. It is quite a comprehensive call script, which you can basically just change to your needs, to your products or services. So get in touch with us if you need that. So when you are making the calls, how are you going to track your metrics? So my suggestion is have an Excel spreadsheet ready on your computer. when you make those calls. If you want to do it on paper and then put it back into the computer, you can do that. However, the easiest thing to do is have those slides ready, have that spreadsheet ready when you are making the calls, and just enter the information in. If you can go hands-free, that is the easiest way to do it. And then you can type at the same time without making too much noise. I suggest you actually stand up when you're making the call. So if you can get a headset where you can hold the phone, have it on speakerphone and stand up, you're more likely to be able to express yourself, use your tonality, be able to communicate with the customer a lot easier and more freer than if you are sitting down, bogged down, and you got you're hunched over. They're going to feel that energy. It's much better for you to be standing up, being able to express yourself, use your gut when you're talking. Not scream, but you actually use the use your full voice so that confidence comes through. So some subtleties to keep in mind. However, keeping those metrics is what I wanted to really reiterate today. How many people are you planning to call? How many people did you get through? What's the call duration? In terms of tracking comments and feedback from the customer, in terms of the people who wanted to go to, or the customers or potential leads who want to go to the next stage of that sales process, in terms of you doing or one of your colleagues or someone within the business doing a discovery call where you do a presentation of the product. If you can get through that on the first call, wonderful. If the right person's not there, obviously you've got to schedule something in. If they're not available at that point in time, schedule it in so you run through that presentation of the product or service that you're offering. So generally you won't get through it in the first call, but there's always aim for that. It may take you a series of 5 calls. It may take you 3 calls. It may take you 2 calls to get through that presentation. And if you can close on the 3rd call or the 4th call or the 5th call, great. It is not time wasted. None of these calls are time wasted. You're always learning from making those calls to customers. For those of you who are a little bit reluctant to make sales calls, thinking it's a little bit pushy, it's not done. It is done all the time. I'm getting sales calls all the time from overseas, and sometimes I'll answer it. So most times I will hang up. However, if you're based here and you're making the calls here, you've got a massive opportunity in terms of leverage, in terms of the culture. You're able to communicate. People are able to kind of digest that information a lot easier because you are making it from here. No prejudice to anyone making calls from overseas. However, there is this little bit of a might as well call it out right now. There is a little bit of a reluctance for people answering calls when they're coming from overseas, and from someone who sounds different. Now, I'm from a different background myself. Although if you heard me on the phone, you wouldn't know the difference, right? However, generally, if you get a call from overseas, from a I won't name any particular country. It could be from any country. You know distinctly it is from overseas. However, if you're calling from Australia, you sound a little bit Australian. The likelihood of that being the person on the other being a bit more receptive is higher, and that is in no way being prejudiced. That's just a fact. Unfortunately, if you're if I was based overseas and I was calling within let's say I was based in another country and I was calling within that country, call being answered and people being receptive again is going to be higher than if I was calling from overseas from Australia. So it's just a cultural thing. And you've got a higher chance of that call being answered and taken seriously and taken to the next stage. So why are you not utilizing that strategy is another question. An opportunity, just leaving it on the table. So the ultimate aim of this is for you to go to that next stage of the discovery call, a meeting, a workshop, and so forth. So Keep that in the back of your mind. Get in state. Make sure you get in state before you make the call. What do I mean by get in state? Have some confidence. Have a list of 50 things that you've done really well, that you've achieved in front of you before you make the call. Have a look at that list, and then get in state. Do whatever you need to do to get that confidence before you pick up the phone call and start dialing. So anyway, enjoy the process today. Enjoy making the calls. If you don't enjoy it, if you hate it, just get through them. And on the other end, you'll be happy that you did. So have a wonderful day. Let us know how you go. Follow through with the marketing pulses, and I'll catch you tomorrow on the next live stream.